Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles as the Houston Astros take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The pitching matchup for today is going to feature Joe Niekro taking the hill for the Houston Astros. Going for the Los Angeles Dodgers is Fernando Valenzuela. And now we're about to announce the starting lineups for both teams. Leading off for the Houston Astros in right field is Terry Swimming Pool. Batting second at shortstop is Craig Reynolds. Batting third, playing center field, is Cesar Cedeno. Batting cleanup and playing left field for the Astros is Jose C. Cruz. Batting fifth and playing third base is Art Howe. Batting sixth at first base is Dave Roberts. Batting seventh and playing second base is Dickie Thon. And batting eighth behind the plate is Luis Pujols. For the Los Angeles Dodgers, leading off and playing second base is Davey Lopes. Batting second, playing center field is Kenny Landreau. Batting third in left field is Dusty Baker. Batting fourth and playing first base is Steve Garvey. Batting fifth, the Penguin at third base is Ron Cey. Batting sixth and playing right field is Pedro Guerrero. Batting seventh behind the plate is Mike Scioscia. And batting eighth and playing shortstop is Bill Russell. So we're about to get underway here as Fernando completes his warm-up tosses. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in Los Angeles. Of course, when isn't it a beautiful day for baseball in Los Angeles? As Terry Poole gets into the batter's box here, we're about to get underway. Let's roll. It is a 25. That is going to be a 10. And that is going to be a base hit to center field for Terry Poole, who is on. Astros very quickly get their first batter on. I don't believe we're going to call for a hit and run here with Craig Reynolds stepping up to the plate. It is a 55. That is an 8. That is going to be out at first, and Poole advances to second. And that is you can score that 3-1 on your scorecard there. The Astros have a man in scoring position. That'll bring up Cesar Cedeno. The pitch to Cedeno. He's 65-35. That is a pop-up to Ron Cey. Cey says, I have it. And the Penguins got it. The crowd roars. And the Astros have 2 outs with Jose Cruz coming up. Cruz rolls a 54. It is a 32. That is a fly ball to right field. Guerrero has got it. And that'll do it for the Astros here in the top of the first as they leave Poole stranded at second base. Going into the bottom half of the first inning, it is no score. And as Joe Niekro completes his warm-up tosses, Davey Lopes gets into the batter's box, and we're set to go here. 56 is a 34, and that is going to be a pop-up to the shortstop, Craig Reynolds, who will have the play as he catches it in the sun. And now Kenny Landreau steps up there. 43-29. That is going to be a grounder to the pitcher. Niekro hands it over to Roberts. Score that 1-3 on your scorecard. That is 2 outs. Or as they used to say on Home Run Derby, 2 outs, or alternatively, 2 away. Anybody remember that show, Home Run Derby, from the early 60s? It only ran for 1 season. Most people may not know that. I didn't know it either for the longest time. It only ran for 1 season. The host of the show sadly was killed in a car accident after they filmed the first season, and they never chose to replace the host. Very sad story. I used to love that show when I was a kid. But anyway, back to the game. Here comes Dusty Baker, rolls a 42. That's a 9. That is a base hit over shortstop for Dusty Baker. And the Dodgers have their first man on. Their first hit in 1981 will be Dusty Baker. And here comes Steve Garvey, who comes up now. Rolls a 56 as 34. And that is going to be another pop-up to Reynolds, who says, I've got it, pulls the sunglasses down and makes the catch. And through 1, it is no score here between the Astros and Dodgers. Astros are coming up here. That is going to bring up Art Howe. I don't know about you, but I think Art Howe is going to manage your job in the future somewhere. I'm just saying. Rolls a 26, it's 27, and that is going to be a strikeout. Art Howe got him looking, and he got that one right on the outside corner. Howe, have a seat, sir. Your table is ready. Here comes Dave Roberts. Mr. Roberts rolls a 24. That is a grounder to Russell, over to first, up and over, 2 outs. Or as they would say on Home Run Derby, 2 outs. Okay, that's enough of that. Here comes Dickie Thon, rolls a 26, 27, and that is a swing and a miss. He goes down, and the crowd roars with great approval. And the Astros are going to be heading back to the dugout and soon back on the field. No score here. Dodgers coming up. Here comes Ron Say, rolls a 26. That is a 13, and he swings and misses at a knuckleball. He is disgusted on that one. Not happy is the Penguin. And Guerrero rolls a 23. That is a 12. Grounder over to Howe, who throws over to first. 2 outs. Lumpy Sosha now comes up to the plate. Evidently, that is his nickname. And he rolls a 28. Again, a grounder over to first. Goes Reynolds, and it is 1, 2, 3. Necro getting some ground balls here. That's a good sign. And after 2, it is no score here in Los Angeles. For what it's worth, in real life, the Dodgers won this game 2-0. And Fernando famously went the distance, pitching an opening day complete game shutout. The first of many he would have in 1981. Here comes Pujols, who rolls an 8. That is going to be a pop-up to Ron Say, and he's now going to be looking at the sun, or try not to look at it, and he makes the catch. 1 down. Here comes Necro coming up. Rolls a 62, swings and misses, and looks bad in the process. He goes down. Have a seat, sir. Your table is ready. And here comes Terry Poole coming up. 35 is 14, and that is a walk. He's going to take his base. Poole is on again for the 2nd consecutive time, and that will bring up Craig Reynolds. Let's see what Reynolds has wrapped up this time. A 66 and a 2. Whoa! And that is going to be a triple down the right field foul line. Poole's going to score. Reynolds is going to slide into third, and that is an RBI triple. And the Astros take the lead here 1-0. Wow. That's a good start here for Houston. Fernando is not going to get a shutout today. And as we can see on the replay here, that was a line drive right down the foul line, and Reynolds had every intention of taking third. Here comes Cesar Cedeno, rolls a 15. That is an 11. And that is going to be a single to right field. And Reynolds will score, and Cedeno is going to steal second on the 3rd pitch. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter. So we're going to score that a single, RBI single, and a stolen base for Cedeno. And the Astros now have a 2-0 lead. Wow. This was most unexpected. That'll bring up Jose Cruz, who rolls a 14. That is a 30. And that is a fly ball to left field. Dusty Baker has it. But the damage is done here in Los Angeles. The Astros have the lead 2-0. Dodgers coming up here in the bottom of the 2nd. Bill Russell is going to be the first batter here. And let's see if the Dodgers can get a comeback going here. He rolls a 15. That is an 8. And he flies out to center. Cedeno is going to make the catch. 1 down. Here comes Valenzuela, who is a pretty good hitting pitcher. And he's got some pop in that bat. He's hit a few home runs in his career, or he will eventually. Rolls a 33 on this one, and that is going to be a pop-up to the 2nd baseman, Thon, who makes the catch. 2 down. Here comes Davey Lopes. Rolls a 12. That's a 25. And that is a grounder to 2nd. Thon over to first. 1, 2, 3. And that is it for the Dodgers. After 3, the Astros lead 2-0. And here comes Art Howe for the Astros. They're hoping they can add some insurance runs here. He rolls a 12. That's a 25. And that is a strikeout. Have a seat, sir. Your table is ready. He is gone. Fernando fans him. And here comes Roberts. Rolls a 53. That is a 19. And that is an error by Ron Say, who bobbles it. Can't quite get it out of his glove. And the Astros have a man on. Here comes Dickie Thon. We're not going to call the hit and run here. Thon is up there to swing, and he gets a 9, and that is going to be a single on an infield hit. He beats it out. And now the Astros have runners on first and second. The Astros making some noise here early on against Fernando, who finds himself in a jam. Let's see what happens. It's a 51. That's a 9. And out at first, Fernando will make the play and hand it to Garvey, but the runners do advance. And we have 2 outs here, but Niekro is at the plate. And looking at his card, Niekro is not a bad hitting pitcher, but he's not exactly a good hitting pitcher either. So let's see what happens here. Niekro rolls an 11. He rolls an 11. It is a 7. And that is a fly ball out to left field to Dusty Baker. That ball had some legs, but it did not know how to use them, as that is going to conclude the top half of the 4th inning. And the Astros still lead 2-0 as the Dodgers are coming up in the bottom of the 4th here in Los Angeles. And Kenny Landreau is going to come up here. He's going to try to get something started here. And he rolls a 65, that's a 35, and that's a grounder to first, or as they used to say on talking electronic baseball, it's a grounder. Anybody remember that game, the talking electronic baseball? Some people jokingly said that the broadcaster sounded uncannily like Bela Lugosi. The score is 0-0 between the Eagles and the Buffaloes, and he would say, it's a grounder. Or it's a hit. Anyway, I thought it was funny back in the day. Some people may not, but he did hit a grounder nonetheless. And it is 1 down. Here comes Dusty Baker. 46, that is a strikeout. He whiffs on the knuckleball. And Niekro smirks at him, and I don't think Dusty Baker took too kindly to that. Here comes Garvey, who rolls a 7. And that is a base hit to right field, opposite field swing. And the Dodgers now have a runner on first. Let's see if Ron Say can tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat. 46, not this time. He goes down looking, struck him out. And after 4, it is 2-0 Houston Astros over the Dodgers. Astros are going to have Terry Poole starting off the 5th inning here. Let's see if Houston can tack on some more runs. That is a 65, which is a 35, and that is going to be a grounder to first. It's a grounder. That's right. And Garvey makes the play himself, 1 away. Here comes Craig Reynolds. He rolls a 16. That is a 28. Grounder to shortstop to his counterpart, Bill Russell, who throws over to first, 2 down. Here comes Cesar Cedeno. Rolls a 32, 26. Grounder to Lopes over to first. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Or at least the top of the 5th. And the Dodgers are coming up the bat. It is still 2-0 here in Los Angeles. I'll bring up Pedro Guerrero. And he is thinking he needs to be the hero now. 46, another strikeout. He swings and misses at another knuckleball. 1 down. Here comes Sosha. 52 is a 27. And that is going to be a grounder over to Art Howe, over to first, 2 down. Niekro getting a lot of ground balls here today. That is good for him. And the Astros, 16 roll. That's a 28. That's a grounder over to short to Reynolds. Up and over to first, and that is it. After 5 innings, it is 2-0 Astros. So now we're going to pause for station identification here. So let's take a look here at Fernando's card. You see he has XY rating and then a 30. That tells you how many batters that he can face, about average batters here. And right now we're going to count up how many he has faced so far through 5. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So he's probably got about 9 batters left. Now, Necro, if you look at his card here, he does not have any letter ratings here other than S. That's actually slow for being a runner. And 28 versus Fernando's 30. Let's see how many batters that Necro has faced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Excuse me, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So he's got about 11 batters. Okay. So Fernando's got about 9 batters more and Necro about 11. But it is 2-0 still after 5, and here comes Jose Cruz leading it off. 46 is a 29, and that is a strikeout. Got him looking. Cruz goes down. And here comes Art Howe. He comes up, rolls a 46, and that's a 29. That's another strikeout for Fernando. Got him looking that time. Here comes Mr. Roberts, Dave Roberts. Will it be 3 in a row for Fernando? 26. Nope. Grounds out to second. Lopes over to first. Makes it 1, 2, 3. It is still 2-0 Houston. Dodger fans here are impatiently waiting for a comeback. Fernando's going to lead it off. Let's see if he can help himself here. 15 is an 8. But that is a fly ball to center field. Will be caught by Cedeno. 1 down. That'll bring up Davey Lopes. Lopes rolls a 66. That's a good roll. Let's see what happens here with Grove. And that is a deep drive. Going to right field. That ball is gone. Oppo Taco for Davey Lopes. And the crowd goes crazy here in Los Angeles. You can hear them in the silence. That is how loud they are. And it is now 2-1 as the Dodgers pull within 1 run. Fernando is grinning from ear to ear in the dugout. He is happy to get some offensive support. That'll bring up Kenny Landreau. He rolls a 31. That is a 9. And that is a base hit over short. Are the Dodgers going to come back here? We shall see. That'll bring up Dusty Baker. And Baker would love to hit one here. That is a 66. It is a 66 for Dusty Baker. Second rolls a 56. That is a 6. That is going to be a double over to first. Runner to third. He will score if he's a fast runner. He is. And Dusty Baker has tied this game at 2. And he is in scoring position. And just like that, we have a tie ball game. Listen to this crowd. Okay. And now things have changed. We have ourselves a ball game now, folks. That'll bring up Steve Garvey. Let's see what Garvey can do. 64-13, struck him out. Necro got him. That'll bring up Ron Say. Let's see what the Penguin can do. He rolls a 13, which is a 14. And that is a base on balls. He is on first. Not who, but Say is on first. Excuse me. That will bring up Pedro Guerrero. Let's see what the young outfielder can do here. Can he be the hero here? 16-28. That is a grounder to shortstop, and that is going to do it in the 6th. But the Dodgers have tied the game up at 2. The crowd roars with approval as we now have a tie game 2-2. We go into the 7th. So let's take a look now at Fernando's batters faced here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24. So he's got about 6 batters left here. Fernando would love to keep going here and blanking the Astros. It's going to be Thon, Pujols, and Niekro. In real life, Niekro went 7 innings here. Let's see what Niekro has. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many batters he's faced? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 24. He's got about 4 batters left. We're going to let Niekro stay in the game here. Thon, Pujols, and Niekro coming up. Here comes Thon. That's a 26. That's a 27. And that is a strikeout. Thon goes down. 1 down. Niekro has got Valenzuela has got his second win here, apparently. 64-13. Pujols swings and misses. He goes down. And the crowd is going nuts here in Los Angeles. Check out these guys here on the first baseline. They are absolutely giddy. Niekro comes up, rolls 25. That is a 9. And is that going to be a hit? No, it is not. That is a grounder to short. Russell over to first. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Going into the bottom of the 7th, we're still tied up at 2 here in Los Angeles. And due up for the Dodgers is Socha, Russell, and Valenzuela. Let's see if they can get something going here. Mike Socha leads it off here. 32-26, grounder to second. Thon over to first, 1 away. Here comes Bill Russell. Russell at the plate. He rolls a 54. That is a 32. Flies out to right. And that one will be caught by Poole. Here comes Valenzuela. Can he be the hero of his own game or his own start? 64. No, he does not. He swings and misses at a knuckleball. Or no, that wasn't a knuckleball. That was actually a slider. But the same result nonetheless. And we go 1, 2, 3 here in the 7th. We head to the 8th, still tied at 2. That'll bring up Terry Poole. And Poole rolls a 64. That is a 13. Valenzuela strikes him out. That'll bring up Reynolds. Let's see what Reynolds can do. 46, a 29. That is another strikeout. He got him looking. How many strikeouts is that for Fernando? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 10 strikeouts for Fernando. Congratulations, Fernando Valenzuela. 10 strikeouts. Here comes Cedeno, 12-25. That is 11 strikeouts for Fernando Valenzuela, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. He strikes out the side. And we now go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Dodgers and Astros are still tied at 2. Here comes Davey Lopes here. Let's see if Lopes can get something going. 55 is a 9 against a B pitcher. And that is a base hit over short. Lopes is on with a single. That'll bring up Kenny Landreau. Dodgers want to get something started here. And folks, we're going to do something that we have not done yet today. We are going to call the hit and run. We haven't done this yet. Now, Landreau, if you look at his card, he is a fast runner. But we're going to call the hit and run because it's a tie game here. It's in the 8th inning. The Dodgers want to get this game done. They want to win. And we're going to call the hit and run. It does say on the board here, squeeze and hit and run plays must not be overused. We don't want to underuse them either, but this is what we're going to call hit and run. Let's see what happens. 26 is a 27, and that is out at first. Howell will throw over to first, and Lopes moves to second. So that actually was a good move here by the Dodgers. They get a man in scoring position. That'll bring up Dusty Baker. And let's check in on Niekro to see how many batters he's faced here. 28. So he's now got 29. So I think maybe one more batter might be enough here. See what happens with Niekro. Rolls a 12, 25. That's a line drive out to second. That is 2 outs. Now, when this happens here on the fatigue, his rating will actually drop to a C now. He goes from B to C. And he'll face Steve Garvey now. Niekro is going to stay in the game here unless we want to bring in a relief pitcher. But no, we're going to stick with Niekro for now. That's a 63. That's a 31. And he will fly out to center, caught by Cedeno. And that'll do it after 8 innings. We now go to the 9th inning here, still tied at 2. Valenzuela, will he still be on the mound here? He's at 30 batters faced. Let's see that's what it says on his card. Let's see how many batters he's faced so far. 4. He actually has just reached his 30th batter here. So, Fernando, oh man, this is a tough decision here. Do we leave him in? Do we take him out? If he gets the next 2 batters out, then his rating will drop to a B. That's based on the fatigue chart off the APBA website here. We're going to let him pitch here. I'm going to let him pitch to Cruz. It's a 13. It's a 14. And that is going to be a base on balls. A walk here to Cruz. And Art Howe now comes up. So now that actually could have an impact here. Howe and Roberts are both right-handed. I don't think that really mattered with Fernando. Let's see. I got to let him pitch. I got to let him pitch here. See what he does against Howe. 16, that's a 28. And that is going to be a grounder over to shortstop, but the runner will move to second. And that is going to be 1 out here. Fernando will drop to a B now. He's going to drop to a B pitcher. I'm going to stick him, just leave him in there. Roberts comes up. 36 is a 33. Fielding 2. Pops out to shortstop. That is caught by Russell. 2 outs. And here comes Dickie Thon. 65 is a 35. That is a foul out to Ron Say. And that is going to do it in the 9th inning here. And once again, we have a tie game, 2-2 tie, as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Now, I'm going to make a pitching change here. I'm going to take out Joe Niekro, who is done for the night. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher here to face Say, Guerrero, and Sosha. I'm looking at the Astros bullpen. The guy that they brought into that game was Dave Smith, who is their closer. Smith is going to be coming in here. And if you look at his card, he is a B pitcher with an X rating. X rating sounds kind of funny. I guess that means he's a dirty pitcher. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so the Dodgers have Ron Say, Pedro Guerrero, Mike Sosha due up. And they're going to start getting their bullpen ready here. They're going to warm up Steve Howe in the bullpen. And if he faces Art Howe, we will have the Howe and Howe matchup. And Howe. Okay, here comes Ron Say now against Dave Smith. The Dodgers would love to win this in the 9th inning. Let's see what happens. 44 is a 7 against a B pitcher. That is a single to right field for Say. He is on. Dodgers have the winning run at first. Let's see if they've got anybody that can be a pinch runner here. Say is a 4 defensively. Let's see who is on their bench here. This is Joe Ferguson, Pepe Frias, Jay Johnstone, Rick Monday, Reggie Smith, Daryl Thomas, and Steve Yeager. So we're going to make a change here. We're going to take Ron Say out of the game here. And we're going to bring in, to pinch run, Daryl Thomas, who is a fast runner, as you can see. That will knock their defense down to a 39 if this game continues. But now they've got a man on first, and here comes Pedro Guerrero here at the plate. I don't believe that we're going to bunt here. And Guerrero, we could do the hit and run, but Guerrero is a fast runner here. And I'm going to let Pedro, in this instance, I'm going to let him swing. I'm going to let Pedro, see he's a fast runner here, swing. If he gets out and we still have a runner on first, then Scioscia's the next batter. He's a slow runner. We're going to let Scioscia do the hit and run. Let's let Pedro swing. Here we go. Whoops. Dice landed way over there. Let's try this again. It is a 22. That is a 7. And that is going to be a single. And the runner goes to third anyway. And now we have runners on the corners and nobody out. Dave Smith finds himself in a jam. And here is Mike Scioscia's spot due up to bat. He is a slow runner here. And the Astros are going to bring the infield in. Now, question here is, do we pinch hit Mike Scioscia? We have guys on the bench that can come up to bat here. But Scioscia's got a pretty good on-base percentage here, as you can see. Let's bring his card back up here. 353 on-base percentage. He has a couple home runs. We're going to let Scioscia swing. Okay, here we go. We're going to let Scioscia swing the bat. Infield in, nobody out. The crowd is getting antsy. Let's see what happens. It is a 66. Ladies and gentlemen, a 66 roll and a 0. 62 is a 6. And that is going to be a double to center. Clears the bases. Game over. And the Dodgers win it in the 9th inning on an RBI double by Mike Nova Scioscia. And the crowd goes wild here at Chavez Ravine as the Dodgers win opening day 1981 3-2. The winner is Fernando Valenzuela. The loser is going to be Dave Smith. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. This was really a lot of fun here and most unexpected, to say the very least here. And while we're looking at the stats here, it is a 3-2 ball game. And Fernando Valenzuela is the winner on opening day. He did give up 2 runs very early on in the game here, back in the 3rd inning. An RBI triple and an RBI single, both by Craig Reynolds with an RBI triple and Cesar Cedeno with an RBI single. The Dodgers scored in the 6th inning here with a home run by Davey Lopes, a solo shot, and then an RBI double by Dusty Baker, followed by the 9th inning here, a walk-off double by Mike Scioscia. So it didn't even matter with the infield being in, as the Dodgers are victorious on opening day 1981. Thank you, everybody, for joining and tuning in. So long, and have a wonderful night.